my channel and welcome back to Excavation Point Zoo. My name is Swoop there and we are here for our final tour with Gemma, Mrs. T-Rex. Hello!
Hello, how are you?
I'm a sheer delight. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. So are we going to do this tour?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's crack on. Starting off with the entrance building.
Oh my lord, it feels like ages since I built this.
Yep.
Well, it is. I mean, it is ages since I built this, let's be honest. We've got our lovely T-Rex there, ready for people to come and look at. They like to come over and look from that vista point, don't they?
They do.
Have a little look.
Have a little wee photo.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we've got a little rhino and the little building. Not too fancy, but I think it works.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I mean, I'm really jealous of your building style here because, I mean, I cannot build entrances. We've discovered that this week, that me and entrances are a big no-no, so yeah, I wish I could build this.
I think you are really good at building entrances. We just have a slightly different build style, don't we?
That's true. You're too kind. Right, we're going through the ticket barrier here. Hello, sir. Nice chops. So the first thing I guess that we see is Swoop's built an aardvark enclosure, so we'll head over there past all these guests. Hopefully we can cut in front of them before they get in front of me. Obviously not. We'll just go into the...
We'll just go in because we can. Look at the little aardvark. We did talk about moving this enclosure, didn't we? But we decided, or I decided against it because we were coming to the end. Prehistoric Kingdom was coming out. There are lots of DLCs coming out soon, and we were all just like, well, we'll just leave it. And I think it works. Look at him; he's so cute.
Yeah, I'm loving it. So yeah.
But when you put it at the zoo, they all come crowding in, don't they, the guests? So we had to kind of let it play for a bit, so they spread out around the zoo because they all crowd around the aardvark to start with.
Yeah, it's a bit crazy, but love it.
Love it.
I guess we'll go over here.
Put your rubbish in the pigs.
I know, I'm just hoping that they're not going to drop it. I'm just like slowly watching them, making sure they don't drop all the rubbish.
Oh my god, I bet they do. The guests in Planet Zoo are such pigs. They have to walk 2 meters to the bin and they're like, nah, on the floor.
Yeah, I feel I'm still watching them. Anyway, this tree, which I absolutely love. I love your I'm 100 years old and Meyer don't pick. Very nice.
Yeah, I think I mean, I guess if you're a guest in a zoo and you saw those on a tree and there wasn't a sign, you would absolutely, I wouldn't, everyone, because I am an angel, but many people would pick them as like a wee souvenir, I reckon, because I think they're kind of cool. Like, I've never seen a tree like that before until it was implemented in Planet Zoo. Didn't even know it was such a thing.
Yeah.
Here we are in the restaurant area, the open air restaurant. I still really like this area, to be honest. It's one of my favourite areas that I built, which I built off camera. Most of the things I love in this zoo I built off camera, which is such a shame, but never mind.
Yeah, I mean, the detail in it's great. I mean, this is one of my favourite things. Watch your step. Complete with toilet paper. Classic.
I mean, I didn't build the little interior part, to be fair. I'm not sure who it was, but I love going on the workshop and finding those small details and chucking them in. Oh, that guy's really enjoying his Pepsi or his Coca-Cola, whatever.
Where will we go first?
Let's go up to the mixed habitat, maybe up the stairs to the right.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have a look there and then we'll go to the flamingos after.
So,
there are signs.
We'll go up the stairs. See what we can see.
Yes.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
What we got in here?
Zebras, ostrich, and what are they? Are they gazelles? I think they're gazelles, right?
My gazelle knowledge is absolutely pathetic. I mean, I cannot tell you if that's a Thompson gazelle or the other gazelle.
I'm pretty sure it's a Thompson gazelle, but I mean, I could also be extremely wrong. This habitat I built kind of tiered, so there's like 3 tiers. Oh, look how that zebra's standing. Awkward. And so they can run up and down and they can kind of hide away from guests in their little... there's some like umbrella structures at the back of the habitat and they can hide behind there if they want to. Otherwise, they've sort of got this whole habitat to roam around in. It's not my favourite habitat that I built, to be honest, but we all know that I don't love building big habitats. I quite enjoy building those smaller ones, so this one's quite a large one. But I do like it better than the lion habitat. I really didn't like building the lions, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah.
Onwards and upwards.
I think it's awesome, to be honest.
Thanks, mate.
Oh, we're on a little barrier here. And then we've got like this little viewing area in there, which people are absolutely loving.
Yeah. I mean,
like
it's
the
empty.
roof.
It was going to be the thank you. It was going to be like the new pieces that they have, the educational bits, you know, where people can sit down and get educated. I was going to pop those in, but then I didn't. But when we'll put this zoo on the workshop, and if people want to play in it and they want to put their own education in that building, go for gold, folks. Go for gold. Let's go see your building.
Flamingos. This was my first habitat that I built, and I do be loving myself a flamingo, it must be said. I don't think a lot of people love flamingos, to be honest, especially when you put a video for flamingos up. It's kind of like, oh, and I feel bad for the flamingos.
They're cute. I like them. I would kind of like if we had like more than one variety.
Yeah.
Because like there's many different types of flamingos, right? And these ones are the pink ones, but there's like ones that don't go pink from memory. It'd be cool to have like a couple of different ones, so you could have like a mixed habitat of 2 different flamingos.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm pretty sure they've like modded the Chilean flamingos, which is the breed that they have in Edinburgh Zoo, but mods killed my PC, so I'm never putting a mod ever on my PC. Ever.
I haven't ever done mods, to be fair. And now that you've said that, I probably won't.
No. Oh, he's flying. I love it when they
good.
fly.
Me too. Maybe one day, Frontier will give us a bird pack where they actually fly and we can build some aviaries. That'd be fun too.
They're going to have to give us a bird pack. A lot of people were thinking, because of it being Christmas and they knew that the new DLC was coming out, they're like, oh, it's going to be birds. And I was so unconvinced. I was like, it's not going to be birds. And then when they announced the European one, I was like, told you, no birds.
See, it ain't birds yet. I think if it was going to be birds, they would have dropped a lot more hints, like leading up to it.
Yeah.
Like it would have been a tiny hint here, a tiny hint there. Like Frontier like to do that kind of thing, like leading right up to it. So the European one was kind of, I wouldn't say let down. Like I'm looking forward to getting my hands on it, but also at the same time, I think that they will eventually have to do birds because they can't not. They just can't not.
No, exactly. I
Okay,
don't
so
know.
this area on this side is for those people that can't traverse the stairs in the other viewing area. Like we tried to be mindful of, see, look at that rubbish on the ground, pigs.
Don't look at it. Don't look at it.
We both of us tried to be quite mindful of people who couldn't walk upstairs and that kind of thing. So like wheelchair access, or even people that really weren't able to go up and down stairs. We wanted them to still have a good experience at the zoo. So this whole viewing area was for them basically. So they can still see all the same animals that everyone else can see, make it equal.
Yep.
Equality is key, people.
It really is key. Then this is the indoor viewing platformy place for the flamingos, and then we have a staff only area to get into the flamingos, and then along this way I guess we can go to Swoop's next habitat, which is over here.
Yeah, the Malayan tapir and the proboscis monkey. I decided to do this mixed habitat. I built this off camera. I also built the whole staff area behind it off camera. Regret it terribly because it's definitely one of my favourite things I've built in the zoo. Got like the signs for people to look at, and then you've got this whole, I guess it's like a tropical area within this kind of grassland desert park, and it's probably the only kind of tropical area that we really have, aside from maybe one of your builds further down the track, Gemma. But yeah, they love this habitat. I really like the climbing frame on the other end. He's just playing with that food there. I don't think there's anything in there, mate.
No.
He's just trying to push it, but there's nothing in it, poor thing. He's hungry. But yeah, the climbing frame down the end I didn't build. It's off the workshop. I love it. It's quite realistic. Like it's the kind of thing that you would see in a monkey habitat in a zoo. However, they rarely use it. They love to swim and they rarely use this climbing frame, which is such a shame. But it's fine. Like it still looks good. And oh, hello, mate. And yeah, I guess I quite like it. And the guests have a really good view of this whole habitat. I use the what are they? The murals on the back. It's the first time I've used the murals in a build, and I think it turned out really well.
Oh, here we go. Are the monkeys going to use it? Yay!
Yeah, perfect timing.
Yeah, I feel
They'll
like
probably-
they don't usually. They kind of like don't really go on climbing structures that much. The climbing animals.
No, it's a shame, and they kind of do bug in and out of it as well, and run in. That one's
Yeah.
running backwards.
It's like doing a moonwalk.
Right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
So we'll go around the little swimming pool area. They do.
Yeah,
they
love
they
it.
prefer to swim rather than climb.
Yeah.
These guys. Another thing that Swoop made, which I absolutely thinks is awesome, is like these little houses. Or did you take them off the workshop? I can't remember.
Do you know what? To be fair, I can't remember either. It's
Oh, well.
terrible.
Let's just go into
I
the
can't
backstage
remember.
area. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. We'll go back in here. This is like their little area where they can hide away from the guests if they want. So we've got one guy for sleep there, and then we've got some shelving in there if any keepers want to put anything on there. And then through the door, we go through this door.
Ta-da.
Boom. We're here in the staff area. They have their own little swimming hole where they are not permitted to swim if it rains because obviously, I don't know about in other areas of the world, but in Australia, if you're in if you're going to go swimming in fresh water straight after it rains, it's not a good idea. It gets really dirty. You don't know what's in it. You can't see the bottom, so they tell people not to swim when it rains. But this is like the staff swimming area. They've got their towels hanging. Nice place to sit. Lots of places to kind of hang out, which I think is kind of cool. Like I would like to work here if I was a staff member.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, I don't think I'd work. I think I'd be like, oh, I must go check out the pool temperature to make sure it's safe for everyone else.
Have a little float.
Yeah. Just chill.
Yeah, just to chill. Yeah, there's the towel area. And
Yep.
then, yeah, we'll continue through here and we'll be able to head off to your next build, won't we?
Yep. And then you've got a little sign here. We expect guests to use the bin. Staff should too. Loving the little detail there. And then there's like a little backstage concrete building material section that someone's just obviously dumped. Loving it.
Yeah. You kind of forget all these details you put in, like, because it's been so long since I built this one.
Yeah.
You just forget that you popped things in here. But yeah, and then there's a gate here and then you just head out this way. And guests are not allowed, obviously, down this way. But then we come to the rhinos.
Yeah, the rhinos are out. Hello, friends. So, yeah, I built this one. We'll go up to the viewing platform because I always feel like it's the best place to view them. Even though every time I come up here, I'm like, we need to drop the barrier. And yeah, we still need to drop the barrier. So we'll just peek out. There's our two rhinos having a little rhino dash. Oh, play movies enrichment item. So yeah, this habitat I built. I've built rhino habitats before, so I kind of just took inspiration from that. I quite like it. I think it's probably one of my best habitats that I've built, to be honest. And then they've also got a little viewing platform at the back. We'll take you to all this section a little bit later, but we'll go have a look at the back into their house, which I'm zooming past. Got a little staff area, and then you come up here, and this is... Oh, are you going in your house? I don't think they are. I always get up here and I always get like stuck on something, and I feel like I'm stuck on something again. I don't know what it is. There we go, I've got past it. And then, yeah, this takes us to the back of the lion habitat. Do you want to go up there?
Yeah, we may as well. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, I really liked the custom fences that you had for the rhino habitat. we ended up copying them around the zoo a bit. They looked great.
Yeah, so we've got more backstage area. I'm loving the Jeep and the cages for the lions. Loving that little detail.
All these little things, yeah. And then you hop in through here. So yeah, so this is the inside of the, I guess, the lion shelter at the back of the habitat. You can't really see it from the viewing platform, so we head on out into the habitat itself. We can have a little look at the lions and then the viewing platform, and then head back to your cafe, which we haven't had a look at yet. This habitat was really difficult to build. I didn't enjoy building it. It wasn't it's probably the least fun I've had in this zoo, was building this habitat. But it was still, I don't know why though. You know when you just are not feeling inspired, but you kind of just want to get a build done and you've already started? Look at these lions having a sleep. So yeah, I did struggle. The lighting in this game is stunning. I just love it. But yeah, so you can see there's the viewing platform to the right, and guests can kind of have a look through. There's a little cave on the left where they can have a little sleep. Then they've also got obviously the undercover area at the back that we've just walked through, where they can go if they want to be away from guest viewing. And then there's my little pride rock there, just in front of the water, hanging over the water, but no lions ever go up there, which is a shame. I kind of wanted the big one, like the male, to go up there and roar like they do in The Lion King, but it didn't happen.
No, it's a pity you can't just pick them up and like plonk them there and then just take a screen grab and be like, Mufasa.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I mean, I think it turned out okay. It turned out fairly realistic, but still didn't love building it. It's just a tricky one to build.
Yeah. So we'll go inside here and we'll pretend to be guests. Hopefully it won't be on the roof. Yay, not on the roof. So yeah, this is what guests can see from this angle. So pretty darn.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you don't particularly like it, but I think it looks awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it turned out badly. I just really hated building it.
Yeah. I mean, I've definitely been there with a couple of my builds, so it is what it is. So we were talking about before about ramps for wheelchair and pushchair access, so Swoops included that as well. So we've just came down the ramp. Obviously stairs are an option, and then we're going to head back to the Rhino Cafe, which I built. We'll just zoom past all these guests. I think we'll go beside the digger and then we'll work our way back up again. So I took this off of the workshop. I did not build this. I do not have the time nor the patience to build something like this in Planet Zoo. Perhaps in other games I would give it a go, but definitely not in Planet Zoo. And then we've got the little cafe area. Obviously they're very thirsty because that is one massive queue. That is what it is. And then we've got this, which is taken off the workshop as well. So this is our expedition cafe, which can come up the top as well and have a seat and see if you can watch the rhinos, which I'm pretty sure you could. They're over there somewhere.
Yeah, great view from there.
Yeah,
no one wants to sit there. No?
In the back here we've just got toilets and then the staff entranceway. So that's our little expedition cafe.
Yeah, you used to have a spade in front of the sign. Did you delete it?
No, I didn't delete
weird.
it. Where's it gone?
I don't know. I was just thinking maybe you deleted it because you didn't like it, but
No.
I loved it. That's odd.
I would never delete that spade. That spade was legendary. Right, we've got a little lion statue.
Oh yeah, in amongst a pool. Yeah, I did try to put some fountains and things in here, but it looked crap, to be honest. So I removed them, and now we just have the lion on the rock.
Yep.
Pride Rock.
Pride Rock number 2. The first one's in the habitat, the second one's outside the habitat. Where do you want to go? Cassowary or penguins? I'll let you decide.
Let's go penguins.
Penguins! Okay.
Alright, go up the top
ramp
first. Side viewing area. Up we go. So when I built the penguins, I kind of wanted to have a water animal in this zoo, but oh, there's our dead coffee machine. Never mind. Someone will fix it eventually. It has been broken every time we've been in the zoo for probably the last 7 times, so maybe someone will never fix it. But here we are at the little African penguins. I really wanted to have a water animal, and I wanted it to be but realistic for this kind of zoo itself. Like, this zoo is very hot, so the African penguins kind of were probably the best choice. We probably could have also had sea lions, but I decided on the African penguins because at the time that I built this habitat, they were brand new in the game, so I kind of wanted to play around with them. They're really cute. They have some really interesting, I guess, they're copying each other, these two. They have really interesting adaptations or adaptions to where they live. So because it's hot, they have like this little piece of pink skin above their eyes. And when they get too hot, they flush their blood through that skin. So their skin up above their eyes gets pinker and pinker. But because there's no feathers, it actually cools them down faster. So I thought that was a really cute little feature. But yeah, so we've got this outside area, and then we also have the inside or the underwater viewing area, which is down there underneath that blue roof, as you can see. So we might head on around and have a little dicky beak at that. We can head through the keeper entrance if you like. Yeah, here we go.
You got a little bedding area for the penguins.
Little sneaky bedding area. Yeah.
And then this way. Yes.
Yep.
I don't.
And then around to the right. I don't know why why would they want to be in there, the guests? There's nothing for them to see.
Backstage area.
I must have forgotten to put a staff path, but here we go. So here we are in the tank viewing. It is really plain in the tank, but it's kind of how I wanted it to be. I didn't want it to be full of stuff because I feel like in these particular habitats, they would have a plain tank so that they could drain it and clean it and then fill it again. So it's kind of got that one big log, which I'm going to say is a fake log that they would be able to scrub. And then all the rest of it is just lined so that the penguins can swim and enjoy themselves, but they can keep it super clean as well. And then the guests can easily see them. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Happy with the viewing area too, like the little seated area. They can sit up there, they can either watch, or there is educational talks that they can view as well at some point during the year. Can't even really remember when I set them for. And yeah, the education point is hidden, so nobody can see it.
Nobody. I know where it is, but nobody else does.
Nobody else? I mean, they probably do if they've watched my episode. Oh, hello, mate.
All right, mate.
Got to delete it.
Love a little wee angry archer. And then we've got like plenty of education signs for people who want to learn about said penguins.
Yeah.
A little wee statue as well.
Lovely.
And round here is my cassowary habitato. So there is a little viewing platform here which you can come up. This has actually got path under it, but I've never ever seen anyone come up here. Yeah, never, ever.
Maybe you need to put a vending.
Wow. How did that happen?
I was about to say, maybe if you put a vending machine up there, they'll come up, but then just as you say it.
Yeah, there they are. Okay, so we're going to go down into the habitat because it's the best way to view the cassowary. So off we go. These ones are about to get fed, which will obviously make them very happy. I basically tried to make this little jungle vibes. It's such a boring habitat. I love the way that they run. That's like my favourite thing about a cassowary. And then, yeah, it's really rectangular. It's quite boring, but I kind of like it. This was probably the most... I wouldn't even say it's an even difficult thing for me to build. It's basically got a custom roof on it. And I swore to Swoop, I was like, I'm never doing a custom roof. And then, lo and behold, I think I messaged you and I was like, so I'm making a custom roof.
I thought you were never doing that again.
No, exactly. I'm a sucker for pain. But then they're not difficult. That's the thing. Custom roofs aren't hard. They're just time consuming. And to try and get the angles right and stuff is always a bit of a tricky thing. But yeah, I like my habitat. I think I think it's nice. They don't use this little enrichment item. They kind of just like come over and stand in front of it, and then they don't do anything else. So if anyone's seen a cassowary or any animal for that matter actually knock this over, please let us know in the comments below, because I have never seen them play with it.
No, neither. They do, yeah, like you say, they just kind of come over and look at it. Which is a shame, like, even if there was a little animation where they kind of just, like, moved one, so it kind of just dangled a little bit or something. But, yeah, it only ever looks like that. And I think those round things are supposed to be CD-ROMs or CD discs. You remember how people used to make those for animal enrichment items or to keep birds off? It's so funny that that's on there. But, yeah, these cassowaries, they're native to Australia, and they are dangerous. Like, these guys can absolutely kill you, and they would if they were angry enough to do it, because they're so powerful, way more powerful than like an ostrich or an emu, and a lot more aggressive. They're quite aggressive, so when they're in zoos they're usually only in a habitat on their own, because they fight.
Yeah. They've got them in they've got them in Edinburgh Zoo. There's two of them in that habitat, but yeah, they're pretty damn massive. It's maybe like a, I don't know, like a mum and a chick. I don't know. We're going to go up to the excavation site just now as well, which Swoop made. So we'll go up to the top here, and then we can look over. There is vista points hidden in here, but again, I've not seen anyone walk up here. This is when I turned round and there's like a herd of people behind me, but yeah.
I definitely have, like when I've had the zoo open and I've had guests in, I've seen them up there taking pictures of the excavation site. Yeah, when we first decided to build this zoo, this was our first idea, wasn't it? Or it was actually your idea. You were like, let's do like a dinosaur themed zoo, because Prehistoric Kingdom, you know, was in the alpha stages, and we were like, let's get it finished before beta comes out, and which we kind of did. We just have to do we're just doing the tour now. And yeah, your idea was to build the zoo around a dinosaur dig site or a dinosaur excavation point. So we did. This is kind of right in the middle of our zoo, right in the centre. So people need to kind of walk through the zoo to come and see the bones. And I mean, are they real bones, or kind of have they been placed there? Like, it used to be an excavation point, and now they've kind of made it look like it's still in action, but it probably isn't. It's just kind of to bring people to the zoo in a different way, maybe.
Yeah, I definitely see it more as this is like a set almost, that they've just placed these like fake, you know, like props almost, and that they're obviously like hard duty, so the weather doesn't affect them and stuff. Because I've been to a few places that have got these kind of like props outside, and when the weather hits them and the paint starts flaking off, and oh man, they look so terrible. So I would hope that they've got the budget at least to make sure that they look after the props and stuff to make them look good. Because I mean, that's essentially throughout the whole zoo, you keep on seeing like these. We've got two there, so you've got, I don't know what this is supposed to be, a pterodactyl or something, and then we've got whatever that is over there. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily think that these are like proper, you know, skeletons that should be in a museum somewhere. I definitely think that they're just fake.
Yeah, they're models. Just for looks, right?
Yeah. Right, so am I at the right entrance? I am at the right entrance. Let's go in here.
Oh. We're going to go underneath this area through the, what would we call that? The airlock. I built this lemur habitat, kind of based it off a Melbourne lemur habitat that we have. It's a walk-through habitat. Don't mind the lemurs on the roof, they can get up there. I wish they couldn't. But yeah, they have like these airlocks on either end of the habitat in Melbourne, so you kind of have to, they allow a certain amount of people in, and then you stand in there, and then they lock you in, and then they unlock the other door, so that if there are any lemurs on the other side, and often there are, and the lemurs run in, they can't run out. So, and they often do run in because they know that those doors open to the outside world. They're quite clever. Look at them run, they're so cute. But yeah, so in Melbourne you can walk in and walk around, and you're not allowed to touch them, obviously, and they always have zookeepers in the habitat itself to stop people from getting too close or actually, like, I guess, stressing the animals. But aside from that, like, you can get really close, you can have photos with them, you can watch them. So yeah, I thought I'd build this habitat based off that. I think it turned out quite well. We won't look too closely at the netting on the roof because that ended up being quite janky. And then I just popped in this little education point down here, and sometimes they eat off that little fruit thing when the education person is speaking, which actually looks kind of cool. It looks like it's kind of meant to happen. So yeah, that's my little lemur habitat, which took me forever.
Yeah, netting is an absolute. I'm not going to swear on our video, but it is very tricky to do. It's so time consuming as well. I know a couple of people have made like modular sets on the workshop, which I've never downloaded. I mean, it depends how fancy you want to go with yours do. Personally, I mean, I think you've done an absolute cracking job, but the patience alone is a bit tricky. But yeah, shall we hop out?
Let's do it.
Let's
Bye,
go.
lemurs.
Hi, friends. Right. So over here, there's like a little, what we're calling this, like just an outdoor kind of cafe area that you can get something to drink, and then there's like some gift shops as well, which my thought process behind this was if you know, were inspired by the dig site. Oh, there is people up there.
Look at them.
It's funny that, yeah, that, you know, you might want to go away and get yourself a little bone keyring or something, or whatever the heck that they sell, in the gift shop. I forgot that we've got like a little barrier as well, so people can't run in there and pick up a fake bone. And then around the other side, we've got my elephant habitat. So we'll zoom past all these guests who are dropping litter absolutely everywhere. Oh dear. Okay, so elephant habitat, which is the one that I have built, and we can see some elephants there.
Yeah.
It's probably best again to take these up at the viewing platform, so we'll do that. Past all the rubbish. This is so frustrating because before me and Swoop like started recording, I was like going about picking up all the rubbish, making sure the vending machine was fixed, like doing all maintenance stuff for the video, and then you go to record and everything's broken. So it's just life, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, look at this one having a wee sleep. Cute.
Yeah. So yeah, this is their habitat. I'm scared I'm gonna make it onto the roof somehow, so we'll just do a little sweeping view and then we'll go down to the bottom. So let's quickly do that.
Yeah,
We've got like
that viewing.
little. Every time I look at this, I just think of a woolly mammoth, not so much of an elephant. Let's hop into this side. Right, so I basically repurposed the viewing platform from the cassowary and then just made that their hard shelter. I had to put it on stilts because the elephants were too big and they couldn't traverse the area. This is a really funny habitat where you look at the size of it and you think, oh yeah, this is like a decent size for elephants. And then when you look at the actual heat map, it turns out it's not that big for them to traverse, especially like up here. You would think that they would probably be able to get up to the top, but they don't, so it's just one of those things. It's kind of cool though, because you think that they would escape, but they don't.
Yeah, I love it. I think that I like the look of that because it looks like they can kind of go up that hill and behind and away from the guests, which I quite enjoy. Like, I like that. Look at this one in the water. It looks so great. Like, I love the waterfall, and the whole vibe of this is really like really good for this zoo. Like, it really fits in really nicely. And the I love the little stilts that you put on the elephant shelter. It looks quite elephant like the vibe that you would go for with these elephants as well, because they're African elephants, right?
Yeah. This one looks like it's getting stuck a bit, but it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Let's just get out here in case he's not fine, because I don't want to have to help him. Right. So we'll just go around this section of La Zoo, which I think coming up we've got binturongs or saltwater crocs.
Oh yeah.
Let's go binturong first because it's just here. Binturong House.
Well, yeah. So this is a little build that I did. I think it was like right near the start of the episodes that we brought out. Really, I put a little pool in the side there. Then you've got obviously the ramps on the right and the stairs to the front. Lots of gardens around. I kind of wanted this to be almost hidden away and a bit quieter up here and a little bit in the shade, which I think we achieved quite nicely. And then you have people kind of walking up, and the Binturong house itself, I think it has 4 Binturongs in there, has some climbing frames for them. The keepers can enter from the back, and then there's like a feeding schedule on the wall to the right. So there's just quite a lot of things going on up here. But yeah, and it's quite a nice view. Oh, look at this person enjoying their view of the Binturongs.
Loving life. Let's go inside.
Love.
Oh.
Yeah, let's go inside. So yeah, it's nothing special inside. I think by the time I'd finished everything else, I was doing the interior, and I'm not a massive fan of interiors, so I kind of kept it really basic. I just popped those lights in. I mean, they could be heat lamps if it was a cold zoo, but it's not, so we're just going to say they're just lamps so that people can see what's going on. And then, yeah, there's 3 or 4 different viewing points depending on where the Binturongs are. And that's about it, really, for this little area.
Yeah. I love how, they can climb up here, and you're practically at, guest height, aren't you? That's pretty cool.
They love being close to others too. They often sleep there, which is cool. Yeah.
Awesome. Let's,
There's little animals, those ones.
get out of this section here. Feeding schedule. Love it.
Yeah.
Very important. Love it. What's around this side? I can't remember.
I think it's just a couple of seats.
More viewing.
Yeah.
More viewing this. Right, let's go down the slope.
Down the path of the grass.
And then up to the crocodile habitat, which I built. And yeah, if anyone downloads this zoo, they may or may not be starving. That's a little tip for you all. But I will not confirm or deny that fact. It's just a little Easter egg for you all to... You know, like when Planet Zoo has like the time scenarios and stuff, and it's like the career mode when it's like, so-and-so's like out of pocket or blah, blah, blah. You have to fix it. Well, this is what I've basically done for this zoo, is I've made it so you have to, may or may not have to fix something. So, there you go. You're welcome.
Well, aside from that though, this habitat is awesome. I love this habitat so much. I love the viewing, I love the little shop. Everything's so cool.
Yeah, I love the shop as well. Took a lot of stuff off of the workshop. I couldn't make things like this. I don't have the patience for it. And then this side I was like, chair, that'll do. And then we've got I really like the idea of this, that you can see the crocodiles like swim underneath. They do actually get this close, which I thought was quite cool. And also guests can't yeet themselves over and try and go for swims, because there's plenty of like barrier stop, whatever they're called. There's a crocodile there. There's 2 there.
Yeah, it's so cool. They look amazing, the crocs in this game.
Yeah. First habitat I think I've ever built for crocodiles as well, so I was quite chuffed with myself. There's quite a lot of crocodiles in here actually. They must have been breeding at one point. And then they've got like a little shade area as well. And then they've got plenty of food areas, which clearly they ignore. And then this is obviously to get down. See, they've got food there, but they can't get to it apparently. So, hey ho, let's get out of here. We'll go down go down this slope, which will take us to the exhibit house, which is another one that I done. Here she is, looking all empty. Oh no, we have some people.
I love this exhibit. It's so cool.
Yeah, I went really modern for this, and very shiny is what the thought process was. So we've got the more aquatic animals over here, and then I basically just grouped it by look. So we've got all the tropical... oh look, there's the iguana. I loved doing this when I was doing the tour and I was like trying to like, you know, find all the animals. I don't think anyone else enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed it, but I was having an absolute blast, so I was. Frogs are in these two, and then I think we've got more snakes or lizards or whatever it is over here.
Yeah.
I don't know where
You've
they are.
definitely got a brown snake and a blue-tongued lizard because they're native to Australia.
Yeah, obviously I love Australia so much because I kept on like basically stealing all your native animals. Oh
Yeah,
dear.
look at that.
If they ever get like a Scottish pack, you can steal all the animals. Imagine having a Highland cow.
In Planet Zoo.
Yep. I'm going to email
mean,
Frontier.
It's not a massive stretch. They do have a, what are those goats? That I don't know what they're called. The ones that white? I think they're white.
Oh, the Dall sheep.
Doll sheep. Yeah, I thought they looked like a bit like goats when they were released. And now they're in the new pack. They're going to have deer. So it's not a stretch to have a Highland cow.
Yeah, I mean it would be really cool if they had like a petting zoo kind of thing. You know, like more like farm animals. I mean, they've got
True,
Bambi, so maybe one day we will see it.
Maybe. This is cool.
Or crocodile. And then this section over here was basically like just left. I was going to put a habitat in here. I was going to do a walkthrough habitat, and I just totally ran out of steam. And I remember messaging you, being like, "Oh, let's just make it like a play park," and you're like, "Okay, let's do a play park." And I basically put the path in, and then Swoop like had to. Oh no, I put these in, and then Swoop had to go into the workshop and then fill in the space. So I appreciate you doing that for me because I honestly, my steam was super low.
Yeah, I mean, I think we both ran out of steam at the end of this project. It always happens, I think, a little bit when you come to the end of a project and there's not much space left and you're trying to fill it and you're like, oh, we just want to get it done, get the tour out so that people can see it and then people can play it. Like, we want to put this on the workshop for people to be able to play. And yeah, we were both the same. So I just jumped on the workshop. Everything that's in here is off the workshop, and then I just kind of decorated it with some seats and some plants, and then on we go. And it's kind of like all fenced in so that the kiddies can't run out when they're and then the rules.
The rules of the playgroup. The playgroup? The playground. And then to finish off, little gift shop is what I stole from Swoop's entrance building, and basically just put a couple of gift shop kind of shops in here, and then round the corner we do have the classic toilet. But yeah, I think that's everything in our zoo. I think we've covered it all.
That's good, guys. We hope you enjoyed the tour. We definitely enjoyed making this project. It was so much fun. I think we're both probably, well, I can't speak for Gemma, but I'm definitely relieved that we've come to the end, because we've got a lot of things coming out in the near future. Like PK has just released their beta. Planet Zoo's about to release a DLC. I know that Jurassic World Evolution's about to do an update. So there's lots of things happening, and also it's nearly Christmas. So we've got this project finished. I really hope you enjoyed it.
Yep, it's been awesome. I honestly loved building the zoo so much. It's always been an absolute pleasure to get the zoo back and see what you've been up to, and really inspired me as well to like keep on going, because I am notorious for just giving up, like doing one habitat and I'm like, oh, that'll do, and then I think a lot of people from my channel will be like, oh my god, Gemma, you actually finished something. So yeah, I'm very proud of our zoo. I think it looks awesome.
Yeah, me too. We've done such a great job. I think when Prehistoric Kingdom is released into early access, and when we eventually get Steam Workshop support, we should definitely do a Prehistoric Kingdom collab. That'd be so much fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay guys, well, I think that's it from me and Swoop. If you're not already subscribed to both our channels, then please go ahead and do that. And yeah, I guess we'll chat to you in the next one.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Peace out.
Bye everyone.